Okay, so if you remember in a previous video I did when I first got my strawberries, we started the process called cold stratification, which is kind of preparing, it's kind of simulating the seeds for cold weather as if they would be outside, like in the winter time. So what you do is put the seeds, so the seeds came in a package like this, in a little baggie like this. So you put this baggie, well, what I did was put this baggie inside of a bigger bag and sealed it so it was double sealed, and put it in the freezer for 4 weeks. Today would be the last day of the 4 weeks. So then I left them out for about an hour and a half, so that the water didn't condense them too much. So you want to kind of let them thaw out basically. So now they're ready to put into these cells. So what I'm going to do first is kind of separate the seeds, and I'll show you. The seeds are very small, so we're going to be careful. I got some tweezers. I'm going to show you. I don't know if you can see that, but they're real small. So I'm going to separate them. You could put 2 to 3 seeds in each cell. And I got some root plugs that I'll put in there. So I'll show you that when I'm done. But first, so I got my tweezers right here. And then I got this little shovel. I'm not gonna use this big old shovel, but this comes out of the top. And I'm gonna use the tip of this just to push the seed down a little bit to make sure that it gets in there. So we'll do that too. So first, I'm gonna separate these seeds. I'm just gonna put 2 seeds in each cell. So I'm just gonna separate 2. So I don't put too many, and then I'll let you know what the next steps will be after that. And I got my light behind me for better light so I can see, because the seeds are so small. So whenever I'm doing my stuff, most of the time, I like to just get everything ready so I know where everything is at. I like to be prepared, very prepared. Let's see, 2. Alright, so got them pretty much separated. So I'm just gonna take, so I'm using Propagator Pro. Usually I use root riot, but I ran out of those, so I'm using these. This is all they had, so I'm just gonna, and they stink too, so just so you know, if you get these, they stink. I don't like the smell. They smell like they stink. So if you get these, you'll see what I'm talking about. So I'm just gonna fill up. I don't know if we're gonna need all these, but I'm just gonna fill them all up, just in case. And I'll show you what I did. I'll show you one of these too. Whatever we don't use, if we don't use them all, just put them back. So this is what it looks like. So this is just so you can use these for either seeds or clones, and you just stick, there's a hole right here, you just stick the seed in that hole, like this, or the clone in there, right there, and then that's all you need to do. So I'm gonna just put 2 of them in there. You be very careful because these are very small. And I'm just gonna wipe it. There we go. These tweezers ain't helping. I feel like my finger will be better. Let's see. Push down there. So I'm just putting them in the hole and make sure they go in there. It's hard to see them, so I'm using this tool just to push them down a little bit. It's got a little tiny tip on it. Push it down. Put the seed directly in there. And with these, these root plugs dry out really fast. So I just need to make sure that I keep these moist, but not soaking wet, because you don't want to overly water them. So I just gotta keep my eye on them and make sure that they stay. Other seeds that are a little bigger is a little easier to grab and put in there. These are very small, so almost done. This row. If you grow strawberries, drop a comment, drop a picture if you can. Show me what your strawberries look like. So these I'll be transplanting out into the greenhouse in the springtime. But first, once these sprout, I'll be putting them into bigger pots and I'll let them continue to grow. I do have grow lights, so I'll put them under the grow lights until I transplant them out to the greenhouse, and I have a trellis that they'll be on, so they'll be able to grow up the trellis inside the greenhouse. And I want them in the greenhouse because I don't want, last time I tried to grow strawberries, the animals kept getting, the birds, everybody kept getting to them, so. Okay, so these ones, we didn't need all these, so I'm gonna take the extra ones out. So this is what we have. I don't know how good the light is, it looks, but that's what we got. So I just stuffed them each in there. And then I got a water bottle. I'm not gonna soak them, so I'm just gonna spray them on top. The water. And these, like I said, these are gonna get dry. Like these will have to be watered every day. If you use some of these root plugs don't get as dry. These are made out of these got cocoa coir in them, so as you might know, that gets very dry. So you want to typically use those for a plant that requires more water, because you don't want to keep it in there if it needs to stay soaking wet, because they're going to dry out fast. All right, so that's what we got, strawberries. Like I said, once these start to sprout, I'm going to transplant them into bigger pots, and then after that, they should be ready to be transplanted outside. And once they do sprout, I'm going to do another video, let you guys see what they look like, and we'll just keep the process going. If you got any questions, or if, like I said, if you're growing strawberries and you want to show your progress, go ahead and drop some pictures if you can in the comments. I don't know if you could put pictures in the comments. I'm not that TikTok savvy yet. But yeah, so there you go. We'll keep you up to date with the process. Let's go.